He's going. Good. Here he is. Keithy, how you
Bobby,
going?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Good. Great to see you've done your hair for today too, mate.
Yeah. Thanks, mate.
Thanks for coming on. The fans are already writing things in now. They wanted Danger, they wanted Ablett, and they wanted Dusty. They wanted Paddy Cripps, but guess what? I wanted you to open the batting for me, mate. I wanted you to be first cab off the rank whilst the AFLPA are doing this. And for those who don't know me, my name's Bobby Quiney. I'm a regional manager here at the PA, and hopefully we'll get some nice little insights from you, Keath. You might have to turn your phone the other way.
Mate, new segment. Congrats.
Yeah, new segment. See how it goes. I've just gone, as I said before, straight to the best. There's a question there already. Who's a better cricketer, you or me? You hands down, mate. So don't worry about that. Look, for those who are listening in, which we've got a few, which is fantastic, I might give them a little bit of a snapshot of maybe your last 10 years, Keithy. I'm not sure if you've done much in the last 10 years, apart from, I guess, you signed with Gold Coast back in 2009. Not long after that, you signed with Victoria to play cricket. You signed with the Melbourne Stars to play cricket. You had a bit of a cricket journey for about 5-6 years. You decided to pick up a move to Adelaide, and then were picked up by the Crows there. Won yourself a showdown medal, and now you're back in Elwood playing for the Western Bulldogs. Mate, that's 10 years. How do you feel, just that little synopsis there about a 10-year package that is Alex Keath?
Yeah, thanks for that, mate. I think you talk it up a bit more than what it was. I was hanging on as a cricketer towards the end, but had some awesome experiences with particularly with your group at the Bush Rangers. Very, very successful time there, and in and around some pretty incredible players and coaches, which was awesome. I just got the dog in the background. He wants to say g'day.
No, that's all right. What's the dog's name?
This is George. George, what's his?
George in the jungle. George in the jungle.
Hey, hang on. Watch. We'll try and get him to do a trick. George, go round. Oh, not bad.
How did you do that? That's unreal.
That's years of training, that, Bobby.
Now, speaking of your dog George, Keithy, sorry to interrupt, but how long have you had George for?
He's been probably a year and a half now, I think. I think he turns 2 in October.
Yep.
So, the young fella from he's a Swan Hill local.
How do you keep an eye on him when you're away from home? Like, what's the go there?
We make sure that he's happy. We've got a little dog camera that we it was a little Christmas present. I'm sure you got some inside mail there. Actually, I'm a bit limited with these with the string on the headphones, but so we got the dog camera, and it's pretty cool actually. You can you hook it up to your phone, and you can give young George a little treat if he's been good when you're out of the house. So
do you give him any sort of one-liners? Like boo when you're on the app?
Can you do that noise again?
No way. It's your turn. What do you do? It's your dog.
You can talk to them as well through the app. So there you go. Dog owners out there, get yourself a nice little dog camera. Now, we were talking about me, weren't we? Let's get back to talking about you.
And I've got no doubt we'll touch on what you do. A lot more dog walking since isolation a little bit later. But you did touch on, when you were talking about your cricket, that you're around a few obviously amazing people, but you chose really cricket over footy, and I guess, can you talk us through a little bit of your cricket career?
I'm reading some of the comments coming through.
Don't do that, it'll do your head in.
Yes, just to Brody Smith, it is to keep an eye on George, and Brody's got a long history of looking after canines. He's a very caring father. He's got a new puppy, so shout out to his new puppy.
Right.
Sorry, mate. What was the question again?
Oh, thanks for listening. Talk us a little bit around your cricket. Like you said, you had a really good time around some good people. Why was it such a good time for you? Because unfortunately, you didn't get to play a hell of a lot of games, but you were around in the system for a few years.
Yeah, yeah. The playing side of things was difficult and frustrating at times, but as I said, there was yeah, some awesome coaches and players that I was around, and probably first off the rank comes to the head would be Greg Shippert, I reckon, as head coach. He ran an amazing program at the Bushrangers and highly successful, as you know. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think probably taught me a lot of life lessons. You know, even away from cricket through his mentorship, and I know he had that sort of impact on a lot of his players along the way. But yeah, I think, you know, with the number of shields that were won, there were some yeah, some pretty special players on the field, and yeah, guys like yourself. Also, yeah, I was at Melbourne Cricket Club, so Andrew McDonald and Brad Hodge were pretty good to me at a young age, and yeah, I look back now and yeah, very fondly at you know, the time that those sorts of players had for me, and there was a number of others. Cameron White has always yeah, been really good to me as well.
Bear.
So yeah, yep. I was trying to get some dirt on you actually from Bear before this interview, but a lot of it was
No dirt.
I think, yeah, I think not probably not not in the right rating class
True.
for
That's
this
right.
interview. Yeah, yeah.
I
Okay.
think it's just not true because he ended up making stuff up. He was talking about how he reckons he's a better fisherman than Danger, but I've been told differently. So,
He reckons he looks like
mate,
he
what's
reckons
that?
he reckons he looks like Greg Norman as well. So that's
Yeah, he
fun for
does.
the.
He's tried to run that a couple of times, especially with Greggy Norman's thrown a few Instagram posts out a couple of years ago, just for the nude calendar. Was it a nude calendar or something?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't think Whitey's going to do anything like that anytime soon. Well, hopefully not anyway. But, mate, and speaking of Ship, you had a good relationship with Greg Shippert, the Victorian coach. Did you ever come, I guess, not butt heads, but frustrate each other in terms of, I guess, your diet, him wanting you to bowl a bit quicker as well to, I guess, be the ultimate all-rounder?
Oh yeah, I guess looking back now, yeah, you know, I think we both wanted me to perform probably a bit better than what I did throughout those years, and yeah, I was a young kid, you know, trying to improve every day and working really hard, and I think sometimes probably working a little bit too hard and you know, taking things a little bit too seriously. So yeah, there's some of the experiences that you have along your professional career, and yeah, I guess something I've learned along the way is that it's you know, it's not always a linear trajectory that your career goes on. There's lots of ups and downs, and yeah, I'd like to think that those people that I mentioned have helped me along the way, and yeah, helped me to be a more resilient sort of person. Yeah, that I hopefully am today.
We've had to learn quickly, as we said before, that 10 years you've been through a hell of a lot. And staying on the cricket theme for a little bit, you spoke about blokes like Cam White and there were blokes like Matty Wade in there and James Pattinson. When obviously you'd saw him at Gold Coast and you come into the squad, there was obviously that added pressure on you to be good at whatever footy games we did at pre-season or pre-game, kicking the footy around. They were quite often they were telling you that you were like the fourth and fifth best footballer in the squad. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. There was a few cricketers that rated themselves quite highly, and some genuinely good skill in the cricket squad. That yeah, I probably wouldn't admit to too many of them at the time, but that was the case.
Is that because Wadey was right? You just don't want to admit to it.
Yeah, Matthew Wade was a yeah, genuine gun. I think he could probably have a go at most sports, and if he persisted, he'd be at the pointy end. But yeah, he was a very good young footballer. Oh, sorry, yeah, footballer while he was in the cricket system, and yeah, yeah,
Whitey was White any good?
yeah, Whitey always looked good when he had the footy shorts on, because he's got very defined
legs, doesn't he?
pins. Yeah, doesn't like to get the rest of the chassis out, but his pins are pretty special. So no, he had beautiful skills. Who else? Bobby.
Paddo, James Pattinson.
Oh yeah, Paddo, and the nickname Gunston, because I think he used to think that he was on a similar platform as a player to Jack Gunston around his time dominating for Hawthorn, and obviously still is. So
I think he did it to wind Johnny Hastings up, didn't he? Johnny Hastings was a big Hawthorn fan and would always talk Ruffy and Louis up and Odgie, and he throw Gunny in there as well, and Pato obviously ran with it. But he gets called Gunny to this day, doesn't he?
Yeah, as far as I know, I think he lives quite close to me. Actually, I saw him and Will Sheridan around the place down here. But yeah, he's yeah.
Mate, so you've had your cricket career. There were some ups and downs, obviously. I mean, to play against England would have been a bit of a highlight as well. But then there was obviously lack of opportunity. You missed out on contracts with both the Vics and the Stars, and then you moved to Adelaide. Was it straight away, cricket hat off, footy hat on, or was there a little bit of treading water in between?
Yeah, I had it was an interesting period. As you said, finished up my career at Victoria, and that the following winter I went over to England to have a season. But I guess football was sort of a real possibility before I went over to England, and I was still probably beating my head against the brick wall a little bit, wanting to persist with cricket and possibly move state and see if I could get back into the professional system. So I went over to England trying to achieve that, and I was lucky enough at the time to have some really good guidance through my management, who were helping me a lot. Neil McMullen was great at I guess finding some opportunities for me when I was on the scrap heap, basically, from a career point of view. And I was over in England and training hard and really enjoying my cricket at Noel and Dorridge at the time, which shout out to those boys in the Birmingham League. It's a great experience playing league cricket over in England, as you well know. But I was over there, and I started, I guess, getting into the footy training a bit more, and seeing it as more and more of a possibility as when I came back the next summer.
Did it take you a while to find your feet, Keathy? Because we found your feet well and truly. Obviously, last year you had a superb year, but did it take a while for you actually to, that transition from cricket to footy?
It did. I think the Crows at the time were awesome, and obviously the Category B rookie rule, I was very fortunate that was in place. So it meant that a club, if they wanted to get me on the list, that they didn't have to use a draft pick, as there's similar stories with the Irish players and alternative sport players that come back to footy. So that rule was really crucial to getting an opportunity. And then the Crows were happy enough for me to play some cricket that summer in Adelaide, and also have a crack at the footy while I was playing. I think probably in reality they wanted to have a look at me as much as anything before committing, which was fair enough. But I'm certainly grateful to their development pathways, because I think rocking up early on, they basically treated me like I had an injury. So I was more or less with the rehab group and not allowed to. I wasn't injured. I was just because I was integrating back into the system. They didn't want me.
What did you need before you went in? You had knee issues between cricket and footy?
No, I was pretty fortunate. I didn't have too many injuries in that phase, which is probably lucky actually, because I was basically trying out with the Crows. But as I said, I don't think they wanted me to ruin any of their drills early on. So training alongside AFL players, are pretty keen for me to do my skills on the sideline and develop that way. So but they were fantastic in the way that they integrated me in and made sure that the progression was, I guess, not too fast, and that I was comfortable at each level as I progressed.
Mate, as I alluded to before, you won a showdown medal last year. You found your feet, and you also found yourself at the Doggies this year. How did that come about? Was it something you just wanted to come home because you're a Melbourne boy, or was you're just pretty keen to move on?
It was just a great opportunity for myself and family as well later in life. So I think from a footy perspective, a bit more responsibility comes with the move, and speaking to the the footy department, or Luke Beveridge and Sam Power at the Bulldogs, they saw me fitting in well, and I'm enjoying my time so far. And as you say, it's good to be back in Melbourne as well with family close by, and that's always a plus. Not that we can see them at the moment, Bob.
We'll touch on that in a sec, Keath. I'm actually going to go to some questions as well, because we have spruiked that people can write in and send in some questions. We've got one to start off here from Kate McKenna. What are your favourite footy boots?
Favourite footy boots?
Puma, surely.
Little plug there for Bobby. No, I use the Asics Testimonials. Beautiful leather boot. I'm not a boot guru though, so do your own research, as they say.
Someone wrote up there before, nice hair, and I'm presuming they're talking about you, just to make that give you some clarity.
Is that a fresh cut this morning?
Yeah, last night. Yeah.
Bit of oil before the first show.
I usually put some moisturiser on. I forgot, so it might be a bit of a dry scalp, but not about me. At Levi Katz, he asked what your favourite movie is, and maybe if it's not one, maybe a couple.
Favourite movie? Couple. Knocked Up. I watched the other day. I find that very funny. Forgetting Sarah Marshall is good as well. Yep. And
a rom-com.
Shawshank Redemption is
good one.
Yeah, there you go.
Anthony's Graham.
Bob, how many have we got tuning in here? I think there's a couple of tumbleweeds flying across the screen at the moment. Right. Have we got a big crowd?
No, we do. I'm just writing. I'm reading. My scribe has been sending me some questions that I went through earlier. What was your highlight at the Crows?
Hang on, I just had Ling Jong get into me about Shawshank Redemption. He's not happy with that. That's a typical answer. Sorry, what was that?
Can you listen, Keithy, please?
Sorry,
don't get distracted by the questions.
Let's
get distracted.
I can't do two things at once.
Correct. The question was from Anthony's Graham. Highlight at the Crows.
Oh, highlight the Crows. Yeah, probably. Probably 2017, the year that Adelaide made the grand final. Unfortunately, lost to Richmond. Just an amazing place to be with the momentum that the club had, and I made my debut late in the season, and unfortunately was dropped in the last game before the finals. But it was just amazing rocking up each week, either as a spectator or a player, just with full confidence that we were going to get the 4 points, and some really good players in that side. So probably just the enjoyment of that season, and how much momentum the club had. Yeah,
nice one. We got from @Nick Ridley. What's your nickname at the Dogs?
A few boys are running with Chief Keath at the moment.
Like it.
I don't know the backstory to it, but Fergus Green's claimed that it's his doing. So he reckons he throws his weight around a bit, because I always think that if you're throwing nicknames out or starting nicknames, then you've got a bit of pull at the club. It's a good insight into who the powers that be are. So, watch out for Fergus Green.
Ben from Munda, are you a handy golfer too?
No. Sorry, Ben. I love playing golf, but I'm I think I'm a 16 or 17 handicapper.
We've got Adam, who's asking internally, if one of your cricket highlights was to re-emerge on social media, what would it be? They're few and far between, Bob. What we got? They'd probably be in English League cricket. I
I had a good day in league cricket. It was actually, I'm going to throw Frankie Worrell in here. I played against his club side over there. Frankie's a gun Melbourne Star and South Australian Redback, and I made a few runs that day. Ended up with something like, I can't remember, 246 I think it was. Yeah, there you go. So that was a Mickey Mouse game, but I'm happy to pull that one up.
Now we got one. I said internally at your joint, Jordan Sweet. Alex, why do you have to leave your locker door open all the time?
I've got Voyage saying that the highlight of my cricket career was carrying the drinks, and I think that's probably pretty fair. Mainly feeding you some Hydrolite, Bobby.
I wasn't out there long enough, Keithy, so I'll be all right. It's about you and your footy now. Why do you leave your locker door open all the time?
Yeah, Sweetie's my neighbour, and with our lockers we've got 2 compartments on top of each other for valuables. So hopefully no one's in the Bulldogs' rooms and uses that information. But anyway, we my little locker is the top one, and Sweetie, the fans out there will know, is well over 200 centimetres. He's a big boy, and it's a genuine hazard when he stands up from his locker, and he's clipped himself on it a couple of times. So I like to just make sure his peripheral vision's on point, and leave him a little challenge every now and then.
Well, another question's come through about who you gravitated to at the Dogs, and I would have thought blokes like Fergus Green, Jordan Sweet, and Ling Jong are probably 3 because they're intently watching at the moment. So if you do want to say hello to them, you can give them a shout out, Keithy. But who else have you gravitated to at the Dogs?
It's been really good actually. Like a number of senior players have really helped me out and helped Laura and I settle since we've moved over. So we had a couple of camps, one down to Cape Shank, and then we spent a couple of weeks up in Queensland in the pre-season, which was awesome. I roomed with Taylor Duray, who's got a I'm not sure if he's watching at the moment, but if he's got a very strict diet, so he was good to room with, and I think ironed out a few of my deficiencies. So but a number of the boys have been good. The skipper, the new skipper's been great, and Woody as well. Early on, they were through the trade period, sending me nice messages and whatnot. So I feel like I've fitted in well.
You said before you called Laura your girlfriend, didn't you?
No, I hope not. But it's
No, you did. We'll
go with that. Yeah, I'm not big on that title, but I dropped the knee. What is it? Probably
in January,
4 or 5 months ago. Yeah, so that was.
Can you run us a quick run through? Because I've got no doubt you're definitely the romantic type. So just to give us a bit of a rundown how it went, mate.
Right, I'll tell the story, but if the tune-in numbers start to drop, then I'll cut it off.
They've already dropped, mate, so it's fine. Keep going.
It's just you and me. Just down at the beach for a beach walk with the dog, as we like to do. We do probably most days, Laura and I, and she wasn't really expecting it, but I was a bit nervous. I thought it would be pretty quiet at the beach, but it was a Sunday morning, and it was basically Burke Street there at one stage. So I thought I might bottle it for a while, but we sort of picked up the pace, or I tried to pick up the pace and got some space, and dropped the knee, and luckily enough she said yes, and then got back to the car and had a bottle of champagne in the spare wheel tyre, sat in the boot and had a glass, and that was it. So we've dropped 10 viewers with that story.
No, that's all right. We've still got Nick Voyage on, which is great. Another one for me is I've been sent through. At any stages when you're at the Crows, when you watch some footage, is it true that sometimes it wasn't just football footage that was coming through when you were involved in the meeting?
When was it? Sorry, can you repeat that?
Did you have any
When
other footage come through? So you might have been doing like watching footage at the club,
watching
and
footage
just
at the
every
club,
now
yeah.
and then, like it might be highlights of you getting
Oh.
out, or even you bowling to Sean Marsh.
Can you reveal your source?
No.
Yeah, Pikey, the coach at the time, he used to just occasionally. I don't think it was actually all Don. It was probably a few of the boys. I think Scott Campriali as well. He used to dig up the old footage of me getting a sore neck at the Wacker. So yeah, you were a teammate at the time, and yeah, it was a pretty dark day. But Sean's a good player, so we'll.
You didn't really have a warm up in there as well. I think it was the 16th or 17th over, and someone just threw you the ball and go, "Here you go."
Yeah, Warney was good enough to throw me the ball. It was yeah, it was a bit of a shame. You don't want to stuff up your over when Shane Warne gives you the ball. So it was it was a bit.
Mate, we've had a fellow Melbourne grammarian, Tom Morris from Fox Footy. Obviously, he asked who bowled the quicker mediums out of you or I.
Well, I reckon I remember getting you out in the game actually, Bobby. Do you remember that?
Yeah. You could. I'd get out to everyone, mate. That's why I didn't make it. I didn't play for Australia very long. But you still were pretty crafty with the seam. You nibbled it around. Just not at the wacker.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I could probably, on reflection now, I'm not sure why I ran in from 25 metres or whatever. I reckon I could have run up like a spinner and lobbed them down there. But yeah, there wasn't much pace behind them. What do you reckon you would clock that, Bob?
What do you reckon? What?
What was your fastest bowling speed? Do you reckon?
I think I got 121 at Adelaide Oval once.
Ooh.
So, but it was Channel 9 cameras, so I think they bump it up a couple of Ks as well. So,
jack it up,
mate. Where did you play your junior footy?
Yeah, so originally from Kyla, and I didn't play footy until probably, well, like as in organised footy until the start of high school. And
so you never played footy when you're about sort of 7 or 8?
No, not really. I think a little bit of Oz kick, and then yeah, I played cricket.
So if I said that Dookie United Footy Club, like you never
Dookie, yeah.
Dookie,
yeah,
is it?
The Dookie Rangers. So yeah, one of my best mates, Luke Loudon, we went to school together, and he invited me to play a game for Dookie Fourths, which is the I think it's the under 14s, and I was playing baseball at the time, so I wore baseball cleats, and I played under someone else's name.
What was the name?
So, no, I can't remember. I wish it was fill in, but it wasn't that.
Do you remember the name?
No, I don't remember the name.
What if I said it was Paul Brown?
Yeah, that might be it. Is that it?
How many goals did you kick that day?
Oh, mate, I'm not sure if I kicked any, but I think the story's been embellished since then. And
well, I got told it was 6 this morning. As of an hour ago, it moved to 8. So you must.
Yeah, there you go. No, honestly, I don't think I kicked any, but I think Luke's given it a bit of mayo and run with it, the good man. So we'll go with 8.
This is my last question, Keithy. Before I wrap it up, it's from @TeddyBasher. I think that's right. Is that right? Are there any other good cricket players at Western Bulldogs?
Oh, there's so much locker room cricket that gets played at the Dogs. My locker
give us who's actually the best and who thinks they're the best, but they're not.
Oh, again, I'd say there's a fair bit of talent going around. My locker, just as a quick side note, is basically directly behind the stumps. So we've lost the TV unit that our locker faces from someone who apparently in the past has launched a straight six straight through the TV screen. So yeah, it's not a great position to locker, but I do see a lot of locker room cricket. I'll go with Lockie Hunter. is very good. Easton Wood, fast bowler, played good school
You can't
cricket
hold fast with pipes
down
like
in
that,
Geelong.
surely.
Yeah, I know. It just happens. Power athlete. Bit of maybe Tino Best or something like that. He's got big pipes. Who else? Who else we got? Jacko McRae would probably say that he's the best in the locker room, and he's probably a bit Caribbean in the way he goes about it.
Nice.
Yeah,
We
nice.
might need to get some footage of this as well if we can. Big Jacko McRae playing the full ball off the back foot. That'd be great.
Yeah,
But,
right.
mate, we've got to wrap it up now, unfortunately. As you said, I think we're down to about 3 viewers now. But in all seriousness, we had plenty of people sort of log in, put some questions in, even suggestions as to, another player or what we can do next time we run this. But Keithy, mate, massive thanks for being first cab off the rank. Good luck, when you get back on. Hopefully, we're thinking sort of a few weeks as opposed to a few months, which is positive. Stay safe, and I'll hopefully I'll probably just give you a bell next week.
Great work, Bobby. Hope you get another run with the show next week.
Yeah, we'll see. The feedback's crucial.
Good man. See you, mate.
Guys.